Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a historical rules event. Our first round is going to be the Bloody Lane, followed up by the Roulette Lane. So the Battle of the Lanes, haven't had these two maps on the same event in a while, but before we get into this, thank you to our YouTube members for the support. If you'd like to support, go beneath the video, hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do with no ads. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. So our regiments for today, on the CSA side, you have the Texas Guards, Army of Northern Virginia, Hood's Division, Quantrill's Raiders, 2 Corps, Hampton's Legion, 2nd United States Cavalry, Jenkins Brigade, 20th Georgia, 6th Alabama, and the Kentucky Outlaws. Whereas on the Union side, you have the 88th New York, 6th New York, 11th Mississippi, 51st New York, Lee's French Legion, Alabama Volunteer Corps, Russian Legion, 9th Corps, Shenandoah Regulars, 13th Georgia, and the 4th New Jersey. So, server pop for today's fight is 256. Numbers are dead even, something you don't see out too often, so appreciative of that. CSA, though, have 11 on artillery, so our infantry imbalance is now going to be 9 in favor of the Union side. Frontline reporters for today. On our Union side, we have Uncle Dragon here from the 9th Corps, and on the CSA side, we have Canada from the 20th Georgia. Appreciate these guys so we can see what's going on the ground and also see what is going on in the sky. And if you're playing in this match, whether it be recording and uploading later or live streaming it, send me a link and I'll put that in the pinned comment of this video. So, Bloody Lane, it's a 42% ticket advantage to the attacking Union side. Union weapons on this map, they have the 8th Ohio with the option of the Springfield 55 and the 61, and they have the 69th New York with the Springfield 42. So Union, at least half their team has that buck and ball. CSA, on the other hand, they have the 6th Alabama with the Enfield or the Lorenz, and they have the 14th North Carolina with the option of the Enfield, Springfield 55, and they also have the Springfield 42. So generally how Union like to play this map is they'll either sit back and shoot it out here, although you rarely see this, but sometimes you'll see Union group up on this left side and like to charge down this hill and try to get a position on the edge of the map. Vice versa, they'll go to the other side of this map and just hit the other extreme side, try to hold here, and then push towards the center where the point is. But this is the historical rules event, and so the rules that they have is they don't start at the 45-minute mark like you normally see. They start at the 42-minute mark, and there is no sprinting until the 30-minute mark, and no bayonets until someone hits engage, which is why you see Union standing back. Also why you see the double ranks being formed up. It's either about 10 or 15 if you're required to be in the double ranks, at least when shooting. So we'll see how well the shootout will go in Union's favor. You would expect it to. There's so many factors going into if a bullet actually hits someone, like the sway of your weapon, how much suppressed you are, elevation changes, the skill of the person, bullet spread, that I like to think it's a one-to-one trade. And I think that's just partially backed up as well by, after watching so many matches, when you see shootouts over a period of time, the attackers slowly start to get a ticket lead. And since the attackers have more tickets, if it's a one-to-one trade, you would expect the attackers to slowly grow a ticket lead. So we'll see if that happens, though. Again, that's normally what you expect, but you never know. CSA, they're in the bloody or sunken lane, depending on who you ask. And, I mean, they got a nice position, not as sunken as it is in real life, but at least it provides a little bit of a defilade for them, although you could argue it's kind of not, just because Union has an elevated position. But Union, at least to shoot, somewhat has to push out into a more exposed position. So, CSA artillery is back here as well. Something I wanted to mention as well, so I pinged this out in the Discord, did a post. We tested live streaming events yesterday to the public. I'm waiting to see those analytics and some more feedback over the next day, and then I'll probably decide if we're going to live stream to public or keep it how it is where we live stream to the members. But that should be at least announced by tonight or tomorrow, what I'm going to do with that. I mean, right now, it's been only like 3 minutes of a shootout. No one's really down on tickets. It looks like, I mean, this is how it be. I mean, it's the Union position. You got 6th New York, 88th New York, and 51st New York shifting to this left side. You got the Russian Legion in the center, pulling back to take shots. 13th Georgia skirmishing with them. You got 9th Corps there as well. And then the extreme Union right, you got LFL, 4th New Jersey, and 11th Mississippi. Other side of the map. You've got Texas Guards on the extreme left. Taking some volleys there. And then moving to the center, you got TKO, Jenkins Brigade holding forward on the rocks. 20th Georgia to their right, and 2nd U.S. Cav cleaning up that center. And the extreme right, got the Quantrill Raiders. I'm sorry. I gotta look at that name again. But you got 6th Alabama, Hampton's Legion, and A&V and 2 Corps holding up the extreme right side of the CSA line.
Get ready, they're gonna crest on that right side hill.
Yeah, it's Quantrill's Raiders, I'm sorry. Sometimes you get new groups that form up, and we're running out of regiments, and so there's like the Caribbean Expeditionary Force as well. They're an artillery group. So, apologies for that. We'll try to get it right. But, I mean, this shootout's going to happen for the next couple of minutes. I mean, the no bayonets rule doesn't really hurt either side, per se. When you have a bayonet on, it's 2 stabs to kill, versus when you don't have a bayonet, it's 3 bonks to kill. And so it just makes the charges go longer, but no sprinting for an attacker can be a killer, just because, I mean, this map is wide open, all things considered. So wherever Union goes, at least trying to push the CSA position, they'll have to sprint. Now, they could double quick across the open field, but you're probably going to take a couple more casualties doing that than the alternative.
I don't want to be outlined.
But, I mean, we got a little more, at least, results with the tickets. CSA and Union fairly even. It looks like CSA is almost slightly up on tickets, if anything. Which, I mean, I guess Union has to somewhat put themselves in an exposed position to get into a shootout.
Formation, dress it right.
Yeah, just independent fire.
I mean, you can just see the casualties they're taking here just from having to be in those double ranks, artillery overshooting there by a good amount. And I mean, CSA, unlike Union, is spreading way more out across the lane than what Union's doing right now. I mean, it's going to be harder for Union to hit CSA if CSA is more spread out. Easier for CSA if Union's all crammed up like they are. And, I mean, both sides do have that buck and ball, which I don't know if they're going to be using buck and ball or round ball at this range. The spread of a buck and ball shot's a lot more than that of round ball, but it is that shotgun. I mean, each individual pellet acts as its own individual bullet in a sense, and so if you have a bunch go by, you're going to be suppressed like crazy. But, you know, the bullet spread, again, is a lot more. You'll have to aim up higher just because there's more of a bullet drop. The pellets don't kill past 33 yards. So I'm pretty sure there's a main shot that'll kill, rip that officer, and then there'll be a bunch of pellets on the other hand that will just wound. They won't kill at least past 33 yards. Will kill if within 33 yards, but...
Beyond round ball, 1 second. Ghost Dog, I'm really sorry.
Union at least will keep the volleying going for the... It's a crazy thing, right? Is we've been live for 10 or so minutes. It's been a shootout for 7 minutes, and no one's lost any tickets. This event is so hard for an attacker to do well, because they're so limited in what they can do at the beginning just because you can't sprint. It really disincentivizes you to attack and instead sit back and shoot. This is the historical rules event. Historically, they didn't charge as much. They really just shot it out in a distance, which is why we have what we have here, and it makes sense, at least from a historical perspective, but a War of Rights meta perspective, it does not make sense at all. But on top of all of that, I mean, neither side is in a Steam chat, so the officers have to communicate by talking in game or by, you know, using their eyes and seeing what their friendlies are doing. Not, you know, communication can break down really easily. I mean, in Steam chat, it can sometimes do that as well, but, you know, it's, you would expect anyways for it to be a lot harder to efficiently communicate. So, I mean, we'll see what Union's going to do. The problem is, again, they're only going to have 30 minutes. A third of the game is chewed up by nothing. And, I mean, generally you want to hit the defenders down to engage if you're trying to keep at least a consistent pace throughout the whole match in terms of kills. You want to get them down to engage by the 30-minute mark. And, I mean, right now, CSA is almost a third of the way down, which is not a lot. And so the moment that the 30-minute mark is hit, Union's going to have to go in. They can't sit back and shoot out for long because they're just going to kill more time. And if they kill more time, it's going to put more stress. And if there's more stress, people aren't going to be able to... I mean, it's just a domino effect. This is why if you have a homework assignment, you get it done right away. Anyways. Who would have thought you could learn life lessons in War of Rights just like you do in real life? There's... Oh, man. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, there's some memes that'll show up on my Instagram feed of Fortnite quotes that like hit deep because they're like real life. And I mean, this example is, life is like a sky base. Everyone wants to bring you down when you're at the top. Like, just it's funny stuff like that. It's it's funny. Those are a little funny. But 30 minutes has been hit. Sprinting is live. Bayonets are still not. Someone has to hit engage for that to happen. Union side has to go, and it looks like they are. Now, not all of them are going, and you would think a move like this would be coordinated in coordination, where the leaders talk for an hour. 80th New York and 9th Corps going in. I don't know if they have numbers. And CSA shifting over, just trying not to get picked apart. CSA down the lane, only a couple of guys are shifting down, but Union did not send anyone, and they didn't send their flags up as well. I like what 88th, Serpent's Brigade, and 9th Corps did there. I like it a lot, but why did they not do that with their whole team? I mean, Union's now starting to send more guys, but the longer you take to do something as an attacker, defenders are going to have more time to respond. Also, why is the Union with the 42s, the shotguns, not a part of this charge?
Straight down the road.
They're coming right.
Yep, once this group in the road's clear, we'll go back on the fence.
Yankee sons of bitches.
Now here comes some more Union. Third wave, technically.
Get up there. C'est pour nous ça.
Seconds go back to the left. Hit me.
C'est parti pour les Allez, on pousse.
So Union getting somewhat of a foothold. 3 flags have been brought forth. 4th flag was still up shooting. You have some CSA going around the back here. You can see at least some of the bonketing has started. And, I mean, if Union can get a foothold here, you know, their odds of doing good and possibly winning this go up by a good amount. Now, CSA have a chance to trap Union flags and potentially get them out, which I don't know why one of these Union flags is leaving when the other 2 are staying, right? It's understandable if Union wants to retreat, but why would only 1 retreat and 2 stay back? It's a little confusing there. But CSA is just spreading out on the straight fence. TKO is up here. HL is shifting with them. 20th Georgia is already on the fence alongside A and V, getting into close shots with this Union side. And CSA, He just feels comfortable trying to shoot the Union out. I mean, zooming out, they're doing fine. And it does look like HL and TKO were able to get that flag, so I don't know why that flag retreated. I mean, that's a good lump of spawns that could have spawned in over here to help these Union guys out, because at this point, I mean, you have most of the CSA team cornered in on 2 Union flags, and it's kind of rough. But we do see some movement on the other side of the map. 11 Mississippi is starting to go down, countering them on the other side.
Oh my god!
You know, for that volley, that only hit like 2 guys. That's kind of wild. 2 core there. It was a nice volley. They just didn't hit anyone. Well, Mississippi, though, looks like they're going to get involved. They're going to go in for a flank. Union is about to hit engage, so bayonets will be equipable in a second. Union still barely surviving up top, but here come 11 Mississippi. Union hits engage. Bayonets are live.
Hey, how you doing?
What are we doing here? Focus the flags.
And they're starting to swipe through 2nd U.S. Cav, but A and V turns around to face.
Officer here. Get him. Get him there. Oh, you did, buddy. Oh, yeah. You thought you were being sneaky.
And HL wraps back around. They're going to clean that up. So, I mean, you still have a Union group here, all things considered. The fact that they are here all crammed up like that is very impressive. You got Union guys spawning up top. They need to move down to reinforce. You would hope as soon as possible. Not delay this.
Union directly in front of us. It's not?
Behind you, look behind, look behind.
Oh well. These guys are all gonna die out of formation.
But a couple of Union guys, 4th New Jersey, going in for a flank now. It just provides a distraction. Are they just volleying up there?
Drop the flags. Drop the flags.
Why are they independent firing?
To the southwest there. Let me double check and see if they're still there.
You have friendlies down there. I don't know why they're not moving down to assist. CSA charging in.
Yeah, come get this. Come get this, Yang. Come get this.
Kill them! Kill them! No, I've been stabbed!
Don't chase. Don't chase.
Friendlies in the corn. Everyone on the fence.
And so 2 Union flags get wiped there. And now Union decide to move down. Some are going in at double quick. Some are quick timing.
Bloody hell.
Allez, on se casse les gars, on se casse sur les toits, sur les toits.
So CSA in the end, they'll drop to engaged, but Union's a 4th of the way through engaged. I mean, we're almost at the halfway point of the round and CSA's gone down 1 morale stage. Now obviously, again, the pace is going to pick up a little bit because Union's going to want to play more aggressive, but I don't know why the 4th of the Union team just sat back here. I know they were reforming, but there was a time they were just sitting up here and shooting it out. I mean, you can overlook this area even from down here. An officer can use the binos and zoom in. I mean, even if you don't zoom in, you could see those Union flags still up, and they just took way too long. But Union side's going to form up. Going to spend a few minutes on that.
Kill him. Kill that guy. Kill that man.
Oh, man.
God, I hate smooth bores.
Grinch was all the way up there somehow avoiding the shots. So, Union's going to have to move up again. And stuff like this, it feels like you got to communicate it before coordination. Especially when you're limited as an attacker. Just with the rules of the event.
Yep, that looks like it.
So CSA doing what they should. They're resetting. You pushed Union off completely. You got 2 Union flags down. So you just reset. Spreading across the map because you don't know where the attackers are going to go. Now, I mean, some of the Union team is formed up and they're popping shots already along Mississippi on this side. So, I mean, CSA is going to be pulled a little more this way. But those Union flags over there, they have a 5-minute despawn timer on it. So, if if Union doesn't pick them up in 5 minutes, they'll despawn. Someone could spawn back in at main with them. But obviously, they can run down and get them if they want. But it looks like this Union side is trying to hit the other side. Normally, you would expect Union to go to this side again because, their flags are down. The mobile respawns, that's half the Union team where if they die, they have to spawn main. And if Union pushes hard on this side of the map, if half the team dies, they'll spawn at main. But maybe it's going to be a distraction where Union pushes all their guys to the right side here. Half the guys die and then rush this side of the map where no CSA is. Now, this is assuming CSA responds, and this is assuming this plan was thought out. But outside of Grand Campaign, the EU Saturday event I watch, which is much more like an NA event than this. This event is much more like UEC, which is the other EU Saturday event that Kotal covers. So if you're interested in more of like these battles, you can check that out. Kotal War writes that channel for that coverage. But usually haven't seen too many of those crazy mechanics on this event. What was this and what are you doing? Jenkins Brigade. I mean, normally if a match is close, you don't want defenders, skirmishers to be pushing up like this just where they're in a more open area. They are defilated though, so props to them on that. And I mean, they're getting out, not trying to stay there too long, which is good. Sometimes you get skirmisher groups who just act like they can go wherever they want and they'll be fine and they'll just overstay their welcome and get wiped. And it's just unnecessary tickets. I mean, CSA is up a lot, but 6 New York going first. HL popping in a couple shots on them. Rest of the Union team now starting to go, but very spread out. And maybe 6 New York trying to pull in shots for the rest of their team. But it is a very long string. I mean, you still have Union going up and over, as some Union are hitting the fence. But it's a question of, is CSA sending reinforcements? I mean, half the CSA team is sitting over there or doing shenanigans, shooting at Union main spawn, and it's giving Union a little bit of window. Jenkins Brigade charging in, I think trying to get those flags, but a lot of Union, because they left late, are there to protect and wipe JB. Continuing to charge down on more CSA in the rocks. Well, it's TKO. And Union wipes on that front. I don't know why that Union flag is still down. But Union's starting to win in the lane. HL is getting thrown back with 2nd U.S. Cav and company. Union continuing to push, sitting out in the distance. Texas Guards are getting flanking shots, but I mean, CSA is barely holding on to this left. Looks like they're almost starting to take it back. Union flag gets picked back up on the right side, top right under the front line reporter view. Looks like they're going to start running it in.
To the left.
And so good movements on part of Union. They are down a good amount of tickets. Almost a half morale stage down right now. And I mean, you want to hit the defenders down to taking losses by the 20-minute mark, that next stage. Union pace is really slow. I mean, Union on that other side, Union getting formed up and just staying up there way too long hurt them. Now, you have a good amount of Union main spawns starting to shift out this way. They need to get over here as quickly as possible. Because, I mean, Union team is surrounded on all sides. CSA already even hitting a shot. 20th Georgia with the flank on the rocks. I mean, they got a beautiful view of that Union position. But unless this Union reinforcements gets over here quickly, they're taking their dear sweet time. And they're probably going as fast. I mean, they're not sprinting, but, you know, if you sprint for too long, you run out of stamina.
We're going.
But Union just needs to go in, and it looks like NYV is going to do exactly that. Is it late, though? I mean, the CSA strategy of containment has been working so far, but that Union hasn't really reinforced the position when they could. Now they're starting to. 20 Georgia, your left! So 20th Georgia will get pushed up. The lines are resecured. Union reinforcements is pushing up. That ticket gap is still growing in CSA's favor despite Union getting reinforcements, which is something they need. CSA already still get involved. Union, they've hit that same spot now. This is the second time they've hit it that I've at least seen, and there's, you know, they're standing there because it's in cover, but I feel like you got to spread out a little bit at this point. I mean, honestly, CSA is, I mean, they're completely surrounding the Union. If you're Union in this place, and you see your opponent surrounding you, now in War of Rights, as we saw at the beginning, right, then, oh, okay, CSA's up by 14. But, I mean, considering the artillery imbalance, they have 12, right? It's only a 2-man infantry advantage. But even if that's not the case, right, CSA has Union surrounded. Union's not going to be able to survive long, so Union needs to punch out as soon as they can, and they're not. And CSA is starting to collapse in a little bit. Artillery shot hits Union down to taking losses. CSA left is collapsing in. 2 corps hitting engage. And HL is going in with the flank with others. So CSA retakes the lane.
Very good, very good. Alright, pull back.
And Union's at least down 2 flags.
Kill this guy.
Danissimo trying to get out with the 69th flag.
You're dead, buddy, you're dead.
And Blucher will get him. So Union now down 3 flags. Sorry, correction. Make that 4. And 2/3 of the way through the match. CSA is only down 1/3 of a stage. Ugh. And now that Union's down all their flags, if a guy dies, he spawns back. Now, Union will probably get one of these flags back at least, but Union's probably going to be forced to go down this side again just to be able to recover the flags. And the only shot Union's going to have is by early capturing the point. Now, you can capture the point whenever you want, but that doesn't mean you automatically win. If you knock the defenders down to breaking, which is the stage after taking losses, then you win. But before then, if you capture the point, you early cap it and a counterattack stage starts. You have to hold it for a certain amount of time to win as an attacker. And that time that you have to hold the win depends on the defender's morale stage. But the important thing of a counterattack is it stops the black timer, giving you as an attacker more time. Now, the only thing that kind of sucks if you're an attacker is if you're up on tickets, which attackers, Union, they're not. They're down by over half morale stage. But if, let's say Union hypothetically was up on tickets, they early captured the point, and then CSA retook it, they would regain up to the percentage of tickets of the Union side. But again, that doesn't matter because Union's down. There's really no negatives to Union early cap. The only thing, though, is it's in the road where CSA's defending. So CSA's kind of resetting here. If I were CSA, I would commit more forces to this side of the map. I mean, obviously, we see Union moving this way, but if you had to guess where Union's going to go, Union's probably going to go back to where all their flags are down. And, I mean, you have some CSA holding super far forward here. You have the Quantrill Raiders up front. You got Jenkins Brigade in the corner, Hampton's Legion further behind. The Raiders back off. I don't know if they saw the lump of Union moving this way. But CSA's got to realize every guy they kill right now has to spawn back at main. And, I mean, HL's got their flag up in the corn, which Union should be able to see.
Give me covering fire. Give me covering fire on those fuckers.
I guess they don't.
Grab that flag.
I mean, you got Texas Guards holding in the open here. They are defilated. We'll say that. They got the front line even crouched. Look at that.
Oh, damn.
And the CSA in the corner, I don't know why they brought a flag all the way up here, unless it's out of bounds for them, but I don't think it was, because they were able to hold there for some time. And Shifty is... Oh,
Another one.
so that's a CSA flag down, so that's a start for Union. That's kind of a blunder. I can get maybe having some guys up there, but a flag, that is... That's a stretch. But I mean, you see a couple Union guys are going to have to spawn back at main. Where are these Union guys shooting at?
Hello, Tall Gray.
Russian Legion shooting it out with a couple CSA guys who are flanking. Some A and V guys.
Wow,
I mean, it does kind of suck for them, man, that they have barely been able to get out of spawn this whole match.
But Union's going to have to go at some point. At least if they want to get the other 3 flags. They picked up one of them. The Raiders, I don't know what they're doing here. Maybe they're trying to get the flag, but they all just got slaughtered there. Again, it's a... you knew the whole Union team was there. You were just there a moment ago. Union's starting to go out. Texas guards taking a couple shots. Only a couple hits on NYV, who's in the front. And TG pulls back. Maybe a hair late. I mean, if you're being charged and the enemy's on top of you, just stay and fight at that point. At least a few guys that were there. But a good amount actually made it out, even though they left late. Union picks up their flag. CSA motioning to the open field here to get flanking shots. Union just continuing to press forward, which is good. You can't get surrounded in this game. I mean, if your opponent surrounds you and you don't react at all, that's your fault. But you have CSA moving in the open field. LFL went in there, charged in the center there, but they're going to be hit on 2 sides. 2 core on one, 20th Georgia on the other. At least LFL charging in here, trying to get a few kills before they get slaughtered. That's the mentality you want with that. 10 minutes left in the match. And I mean, you still got Union here, NYV, 11 Mississippi, already getting involved. Jenkins Brigade, 20th Georgia just charging in for CSA.
They're charging behind us. They're cutting us up.
Come on, boyos, get over the fence. On our right! On our right!
Defend the flag! Defend the flag! Defend the flag!
And Union's getting slowly churned out here again. So Jenkins Brigade, 20th Georgia, going to clean it up. Union losing those flags again. That 5-minute timer resets now. And I mean, I don't know if 4th New Jersey was involved in that push-up. I mean, the Russian Legion and 13th Georgia definitely weren't. But not the whole Union team was there. Outside of A and B, I mean, most of the CSA team was there to contest. And, I mean, Union's going to spend, what, another 2-3 minutes reforming. CSA is now taking losses. There is not enough time on the clock for Union to... I mean, I don't even know if CSA is going to hit breaking at this rate. I mean, if they keep pushing up, potentially, Texas Guards doing so. I mean, that HL flag is still down in the corner. Maybe they're trying to get up and recover, but they're bringing a second CSA flag. Union could have another opportunity here.
Manus, are you here?
How is Sluggy getting the flag out?
Carry the flag! Carry the flag!
What?
Independent flag, guys.
Carry the core, boy. Right, left of...
2 ranks on my left, gentlemen. 2 ranks. We need to be in 2 ranks.
They're gonna creep up on us. We're too exposed.
Alright, in retreat full column. I'm ready. In retreat full column.
Full back.
So TG will get out. I don't know how Sluggy got that other flag out. That was real impressive. He just kind of slipped through 4th New Jersey lines here. But you got most of the Union side starting to reform on the left.
If we go far left, we can charge in. Like, go over this hill here, and then go far left, charge in.
All of Mississippi. And others on this side. Looks like the Raiders swapped sides to the Union side to help with balancing. Which, I mean, Union's up by 5 now. Considering artillery, Union's up 17 infantry-wise. That's probably why they charged in like they did and got wiped. But, you know, if the match was a lot closer, I'm sure your team would not appreciate you going out. I'm assuming, right? Could very much be wrong. And I will definitely, please inform me if I am. But the issue for Union is even though they got a huge numbers advantage and they're all grouping up on this side of the map, they have 6.5 minutes to knock CSA down a whole morale stage. Now they could early cap the point, but
Yep, load round, ball and fire.
But here they're going. CSA already hitting great shots.
You're okay. We're here. Back defense if you're going to be in the melee. Everybody else. Right from the fence. Right from the fence. Just going to give them more shots. Right.
General Burnsides. Yes, let me charge. General Burnsides, let me charge.
Get the flag out of it.
Boys, wipe them out.
Get the flag out.
So Union getting a foothold on this CSA right. You have, what is this? Normally not the charging you expect on this map in an open field. Some CSA tried to flank potentially, and Union LFL went in there and stopped it. But Union's got a foothold in the corner. CSA flag down. 2 corps trying to move up on top. CSA down a third of a morale stage from the charge.
Everybody, 2 point, guys. We gotta get a point.
And so Union has to early cap here or hit CSA down to breaking and then cap and win within the 5 minutes. Now Union's starting to bypass the CSA lines here, which, I mean, you have some holding back on the down CSA flag. At least Union has a flag or so there.
Light them up, boys. Get that flag down.
Flago balla.
We've got problems.
Yeah, but look at this.
And so, I mean, Union has the ground. Reinforcements needs to go up there. CSA now down to half a morale stage in a couple of minutes. So, I mean, Union might be able to get CSA down to breaking. But the thing is, CSA has so many tickets left that they're going to fiercely defend the point. I mean, they just have to hold for another 4 minutes and they're going to win the game. So CSA trying to make a counter effort. A and V going in. Union has some good numbers here, though.
Race. There's a man right there. He just ran in front of y'all.
So Union making a hole. Union's really spreading out in the open field. You're not good. Okay. Union should just be filing up on the left side of that map. And then all pushing in together. I mean, granted the situation is desperate, but... I mean, Union surprisingly getting at least through the open field a little bit. Dealing some damage. They're going to get CSA to breaking.
1 man per corner, gentlemen. 1 man per corner. Do not share corner. Do not share corner. We are all...
So, I mean, if Union just can group up and swell through, they might be able to break CSA and capture that point and win. They'll have to win a charge. 2nd U.S. Cav looks like they moved from main spawn, and they're going to charge right in. If Union loses this corner, the game's over. Like, Union reinforcements is moving over.
Shut the fuck up about political.
And that CSA charge, I mean, they get close. 2nd U.S. Cav popping shots. 2.5 minutes. Again, CSA just needs to keep Union off the point. You have some Union starting to try to flank around 11 Mississippi and NYV, 4th New Jersey, trying to go straight for the point. CSA, though, is starting to really push on this corner, which might leave the point a little open. I mean, if Union has more bodies on point when the clock hits 0, they could force an overtime.
À droite, à droite, à droite, à droite.
A little chaos could happen here, and Union could pull it off. It's possible,
Messieurs,
but very rare. HL trying to go up and over. Union making the push across the open field. HL gets Union flag down. And Union is starting to be enclosed here, but you do have that push onto point. Point is starting to be taking. Wow. Good English here. CSA still have a lump sum over there. 20 Georgia TKO turning around trying to charge in here. As Union's still on point.
Make sure you're capping.
Union line is still holding. CSA slowly sending guys back over here as well. A and V now getting involved. CSA trying to shift around to put Union in a bit of a pincer. Union's going to drop the final push, but that's not going to change the situation. Or really just change anything. Union's essentially in final push already. So CSA is capping that point back. If CSA can wipe these Union flags, which they're starting to, that...
I like how this guy's getting his reload.
So that's 3 Union flags down there, and that's going to be our match. I mean, good job CSA targeting the flags. I don't know how much of a difference it would have made because CSA had numbers there in the end. But I mean, rough map for attackers just because of the situation they're in terms of the rules of the event, which, you know, it is what it is. Historical rules event.
For God and country. For God and country.
And I mean, Union just had the shootout up until the 30-minute mark. They barely got any ticket loss because, I mean, it was what it was. But then eventually they pushed in right on the 30 mark, which, you know, at least they were able to push in right away. That's a good thing to see. But they took the corner, and they had reinforcements sitting on the top of the hill that did not go in. And when they did go in, Union was wiped on the bottom. So that was just a tiny bit confusing on Union's part. Union reformed, hit the other side of the map. They had success, but CSA just surrounded them, and Union didn't punch out. You have to punch out there. And then by that point, Union just didn't have enough time. And I mean, they were able to retake the CSA right side again. But by that point, there was only a couple minutes left, and Union had to dive bomb the point. And CSA had enough tickets where they could just throw bodies and survive. Not that they were necessarily throwing bodies at the situation, but yeah. Real rough match from Union side for our first round. But we'll see how they do defending. CSA going to be attacking. We will see you all shortly here for the second round. And here we are with the start of our second round now, the Roulette Lane. So it was a 44% ticket advantage to the attacking CSA side. Devs 2-3 months ago gave the defenders a 5% buff in tickets. So CSA only has a 39% ticket advantage. The attacking CSA side on this map, they have the 3rd Arkansas with the option of the Enfield and the Springfield 42. So the shotguns, and they have the 27th North Carolina with the option of the Enfield, Springfield 55, and they also have the Springfield 42. Union side, on the other hand, they have the 1st Delaware with the Enfield and the 14th Indiana with the Springfield 61. So this map, fairly simple, fairly straightforward. You have the point of contention here alongside the road here, or rather in the road here. It stretches pretty far up this hill to about here-ish, where Union spawn is down there. So Union main spawn's pretty close to all this, but Union holds an L defensive position on the snake fence going up to the top of the hill, all the way down, and then across this stone wall. Now, if Union loses any of that in this match, they'll lose the game. It's fairly simple. They have artillery in the back to assist as well. CSA, meanwhile, like to attack this a couple different ways. Now, CSA will group up behind this barn a lot over here to hide and take cover from Union arty and infantry fire, and either charge up the center here, or they'll charge up the hill. They'll sometimes group into the woods over here as well, and then just charge straight up the hill. Now, sometimes CSA, instead of just charging up to the snake fence, will like to sit about here-ish. It is slightly deflated from the Union position, and so they can kind of get into a shootout, although it doesn't always work. Especially because if CSA sits there and they don't have anyone at the barn, Union could send a group here to flank. But, again, they didn't start until the 42-minute mark. No sprinting until 30. No bayonets until someone hits engage. So, we'll likely see a shootout just as we did at the beginning of last round. And so, it's a situation. I mean, the sucky part for CSA is they've got to afford those double ranks, too, in the open. It is a rough situation, but I assume they're going to stop in the deflate. They might just go straight in, though. We'll see. I mean, you can still charge and get aggressive if you want to. There's nothing saying you can't. It's just the limitation is no sprinting can be hurtful. But looks like A&V, 2nd U.S. Cav pushing up. HLHD as well. Just starting to file shots at close range. I mean, CSA has that buck and ball that Union doesn't, so getting close and making it a close engagement, you know, it makes sense. But in terms of the Union defensive line, you got 4th New Jersey holding down the extreme right, 6th New York in the mix as well. Old Mississippi holding the center with SR. You got the Russian Legion there going over the stone wall. You have Lee's French Legion, the Raiders, and you have 9th Corps by the little brown cabin there. Now, CSA is really spreading out across the whole width of the map. This CSA group, you can just tell by the bodies here, are getting slaughtered in this spot. A brave attempt, but the lives are lost. But cutting over, you got 20th Georgia holding behind the barn. Jenkins Brigade, 2 Corps popping shots from there. Moving over to the house, you got TKO. And then you got the Texas Guards up by the house with the beehives. Yeah, I wish they had bees that could damage you in game. That would be kind of funny.
Left face, double quick.
But CSA falls back off the top. I mean, it just, you can see the amount of bodies clumped in from when they went up to the spot, when they were in the spot, and then when they're retreating from the spot. And you can already tell with the ticket difference here. I mean, it's almost a 4th of morale stage difference. Union has the lead. The 60% decrease in bullet spread that they did a couple months ago, you know, helped defenders a lot in a huge way, on top of the ticket balances as well. I mean, it made shootouts a lot better, but when shooting is a lot better, you're going to... At least that's going to favor defenders most of the time, just because defenders are in a trench position. Attackers usually have to cross a more open area to make that happen. So, I mean, I think one of the events, I mean... The issue, I mean, CSA could gun it up the center if they want. Union already, though, if they're smart, usually aim the guns to be on the left side of that barn. But, I mean, CSA's not playing overly aggressive, which is why they're maybe keeping their shots back. I mean, I don't know. CSA, if anything, if they're just going to go and do a shootout, they should just keep the distance from the Union, not use the 42s, or maybe use them if they're good shots with them. But... you know, just keep distance. Don't expose yourself. Because, I mean, we just saw what happened with that. The amount of tickets CSA lost from that. So, I mean, we'll see.
No, fuck no. I ain't singing.
I mean, most of the CSA is kind of gathered behind the barn.
We're going down the road and we're going to try to take corner. Godspeed, everyone.
Look at that. They're going to charge. If you even want to call it that, because you're not sprinting.
HLD, be ready.
So they're just going to gun it right up the center. Union Artillery should have a prime spot. It doesn't look like they have any of the guns aimed at this spot, though, which they normally do. CSA, it looks like they're not bringing their flags up. They don't want to lose them by the road, but here they go.
Stop till you get to the corner. Double quick. Tap. You're holding shift. Tap.
They can tell if you're sprinting because you'll change animation. Go in front of the officer. Go in front of the officer.
Yankees can't shoot. Yankees
Over the
can't
wall.
shoot.
Over the wall. Over the wall.
It goes against human nature not to hold shift there. But already gets a shot in there as well. You got some more CSA piling in. Texas Guards and TKO. Union from the top of the hill. 88th New York are flanking down, trying to get shots. They are exposing themselves, but it's a nice little flank that they can have. 2nd U.S. Cav charging out. And, I mean, you could appreciate the attempt from CSA. But, man, look at those tickets. I mean, they're down over a half morale stage, and we just started. I mean, when the attackers won in this event, that's something that's seriously impressive. Just because of the stipulations that are put on them. And obviously every map's different. Like, Eastwoods was almost voted to play today. It was a close vote between Roulette and this map. Roulette won by, I think, 1 vote. Because that's what they do in this event, is they, you know, they pick a rotation like Antietam, which is what we're on right now, and they have a couple of the maps put up for vote, and then they vote for the 2 maps. It was either Roulette or Eastwoods, but like a map like Eastwoods, you could charge just because it's a whole tree. It's trees. That is the map. You're in a woods. It's called the Eastwoods. Who would have thought that a map called Eastwoods would be a wooded map? How many times can I say wood? Well, CSA is almost going to be down to engage, which will mean bayonets are live, but not going to make a huge difference unless CSA decide to charge in again. But we still have a little less than 3 minutes at this point before sprinting is allowed. It used to be a rule where the sprinting and bayonets were allowed when someone had engaged, but then they changed the sprinting rule based on feedback to the 30-minute mark. So...
yeah, plus R2 is going to 0 on us very soon.
With me.
We'll see when CSA wants to push up again. If they are going to push up again, I would assume they would do it around the 30-minute mark, just like we saw from the Union side last round. I mean, stuff like that seems like it needs to be done in coordination. Looks like SR is balancing to the CSA side. I mean, SR has 2 guys. 2 guys. That'll just even things out a little more. Can always appreciate that. But I remember the first time, not the first time, but an earlier time that I watched the HRV event, when we did the post-game interviews, which we maybe will bring back someday. All depends on the situation and what happens. You never know, right? Trying to at least balance my actual job, this, and relaxing a little bit. Because my goodness, don't want to get burned out with doing it. So, again, earlier time watching this event, they were playing Roulette Lane, and CSA had a strategy where they would say, we're going to charge every 5 minutes. And that's what they did. And it worked so well because they were so coordinated in their pushes. Now, obviously, it was a lot easier to attack on the map back then versus now. But you can see, you can plan for stuff like this in coordination. Like, okay, at this timestamp, we're going to charge. And then at this timestamp, we're going to charge. So it doesn't matter if you've communicated or not. You all know what to do. Now, that's, of course, assuming if people decide to stick to a plan, which CSA is starting to group up. Sprinting is going to be alive. Now, okay. I was going to say, I think it's, right, you can't even put on a bayonet until you hit engaged. But I wonder if CSA could all put their bayonets on, and then as they're charging in, hit engaged, and then engage with the bayonets. That would be a smart little, fun little strategy to do. I don't think that's allowed, though. Because usually when someone hits engaged anyways, no one has their bayonets on. So 30 minutes is hit, sprinting is live, Union's gonna go in, sorry, CSA's gonna go in. Union already, my goodness, they have a gun face this way. Shoot, please. Nope, try. Well, they hit the back. But here comes CSA. Union moved in kind of quick. So CSA hits engaged. Union line holding. Union countercharging.
Don't lose the fucking wall, gents. Don't lose the fucking wall.
Union streaming from the top of the hill to flank.
You missed your shot, bastard.
Yeah. Oh. You're lucky. You're lucky. Wait till I stand up. Wait till I stand up and you're dead. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Hold the line, gentlemen. Get him, Ruperto. Get him.
So CSA is spawning guys in and they're trickling forward, trying to hold. Union's going to take. It looks like some CSA charged up top of the hill. Texas Guards. They have the advantage right now. Union flag backs off. Again, CSA just needs to win and hold at any of these positions, and they can do wonders. Union's starting to respond and return up, but CSA main spawns are leaving. Or sorry, not main spawns, but flag spawns leaving from the barn and going to that stone wall. Union's. So Texas Guards is eventually held off. Union in a fierce fight there. They still have the wall though.
Allez, abattez l'officier en face. On abat personne. L'officier en face.
Back up the hill.
Reculez-vous du muret, reculez-vous du muret.
Union already with a nicer shot there. I mean, this is the amount of fighting that you'd want here. If you're CSA, at least, they're not necessarily getting a ticket lead, but they're slowly, it looks like they're slowly getting this corner position. Union guys, not a whole lot are spawning main, trying to use those flags. Union still has a good amount of numbers here. This is fairly close, all things considered, as CSA streamlines more guys up here. I like that CSA is at least keeping up the aggression to make sure both sides are, preferably Union from their perspective, but both sides losing tickets, which, again, it can be difficult as attackers. CSA is starting to go up. The fucking ball is working like king here at this close range. And Union flags are starting to be shot down, and look at the bodies on that corner as CSA is getting a foothold now. Tickets are slowly evening out. And for a situation that did not look good for the CSA, they are, my goodness, cooking. I mean, the thing was, Union was doing fine on the corner position. Texas Guards charged up top, though, and a good amount of Union turned around to face them and to let CSA have more guys spawn in and reinforce and take that. Now, they are going to early cap here because there's no way all these guys are getting off in the next 20 seconds.
Well,
that's huge for CSA. Union flags retreat to the top of the hill. 20th Georgia and Jenkins Brigade are trying to push up at them. So CSA early cap, black timer stops, gold timer starts. It's 12 minutes because the defenders aren't engaged. But if Union's down on tickets, which they probably will be trying to retake the point, and they retake, they'll go up to the percentage of tickets that CSA is at.
Shoot him in the face.
Just get up here and start shooting on the fence line. On the fence line. Just shoot fucking ball, Johnny.
Oh shit, sorry, Brandon.
Hey, hold up. I got a body.
Get fucking
On the snake fence, independent fire.
So you got more CSA, TG, 2 Corps, A and V shifting up. The Union team is still trying to spawn and these flags and use them, but CSA now overwhelming. Union's gotten very close to wiping CSA, but they haven't fully been able to wipe them on this charge. That's been the thing. And Union flags are retreating. That solidifies CSA on this corner. Union's about to hit taking losses, but again, right, they're down now, so if they retake, they're going to go up to where CSA is at, so their tickets don't really matter anymore unless they drop to their final stage, which is now final push because they're considered the attacking team. CSA can hit last stand because they're now considered the defenders. If Union retakes the point, then the rules will reverse back to what they were normally, where Union's defending and hit last stand, CSA attackers hit final push. But for now, it's the opposite. And so, I mean, most of the Union team is trying to win back on the top of this hill, but...
Yes, we need to push them up. I don't know why we ran.
Что-то какая-то хрень, как обычно, за янки случается какая-то хрень стабильная, я не знаю.
13th and 8th Florida right here. Let's rally up and let's get back together.
24th to Jersey on me. Line them up.
Got a couple CSA guys now charging up here. Some 2 Corps. Well, Mississippi trying to hold. But, right, if you're CSA, I mean, on top of throwing Union off the top of the hill, that could be something. But CSA should not lose a flag up here. I don't know why they're bringing the flag up. I mean, if you had a little more oomph, but... Yeah, right, Union, if they retake, they're going to regain some tickets here. If you're CSA and you know Union's going to retake and be even with you, CSA should lose a bunch of tickets quickly if that happens. It looks like Union hold that charge and they're somewhat trying to counterattack, but not with enough numbers at all. A lot of Union still holding up on top of the hill.
I do.
Well, they're on both sides.
Hey, shoot him.
And 88th New York got caught by HL. They're going to get wiped. 11 Mississippi LFL guys charging center are getting wiped by TKO and company. And if you're Union, you generally want to retake the point as quickly as possible, especially when you're down on tickets, because, right, CSA, everyone's still losing tickets here. And so, I mean, what? Both sides were about a third of the way left through engaged when this counterattack started, and Union's going to lose a third of a morale stage due to this counterattack at a minimum if they were to retake right now.
East to the right. East enemies to the east.
Stay here and shoot flags.
Because, I mean, if you're Union, right, you want to retake as quickly as possible so you can regain up you want to regain as many tickets as possible and be in as of a high morale stage that you can be. But as the longer this counterattack goes, CSA is losing more and more tickets, which means Union can't regain as many tickets. Or at least go as high as you would want. And I mean, on top of that, generally as a defender, you want the clock to hit the 0. You want to win with time if possible. And that clock is not ticking down. Now, if time doesn't become a factor anymore, it's not the worst thing in the world, but which we're kind of at it at this point. We're kind of at the point where time just doesn't matter anymore. Because, I mean, 25.5 minutes is a lot of time. And, I mean, Union, they need to group up. They've communication for them looks like just kind of is broken down. Some guys charging in, some sitting back shooting, which Union's mostly sitting back and shooting right now. But Union's got to commit to something. And I mean, they have 7 minutes, but even if they do retake, they're going to be in a very bad spot.
Allez, en avant. Chargez, nettoyez ça.
Back to the snake fence. Break reload.
Back to the snake fence.
Merde, désolé.
Faut casser le rechargement.
So CSA backs off. Texas Guards, 20th Georgia, with Russian Legion and LFL going in.
Come over here, I dare you. Come over here, jump over.
For sure, charge on here. Come on, what are you gonna do?
NFL, come charge me.
So you better come over here.
And CSA holds the charge on that part. Meanwhile, you got CSA trying to hit this Union group, holding back A and V, but you got the Raiders at NYV charging on the CSA right. HLTKO trying to hold.
Oh, you suck, bro. My bad.
You get over your son.
Don't it?
Ah, rebel scum.
And I mean, it does look like Union is at least starting to get an edge. A and V had the flank over here, which I assume they're going to shift pretty quickly. Union charged the center here as well. Looks like 4th New Jersey and 11th Mississippi, which they did some damage, but they didn't break the CSA line. But the CSA right side did get beaten back.
See? Hello, how are you? That's how you kill someone nice. All right? You need a lesson as well. Am I rambling yet? No, I'm not rambling. Ah!
You're dead now, boyo.
So CSA are able to hold, or at least not fully have their line collapse. They're now charging again up on the top of the hill through Union Arty. 5 minutes. So 4.5 minutes now. Union, at least on this side, starting to make a push up. NYV. They're now charging in the few CSA stragglers trying to go back and reform.
Stay right here, stay right here, stay right here. Stay right here on this side of the cabin. Shit. Back up.
Somebody behind me.
He's got a pistol.
I mean, it makes sense to kill the CSA guys here, but I mean, if you're Union, right, you're trying to retake the point as quickly as possible and minimize CSA casualties. That is a crazy thing to say. Why would you not want to kill your opponent, right? Again, you want to regain up to the highest morale stage possible. So, Union sitting back and shooting out at the CSA is not going to work. I mean, it might... One, you're not going to be able to shoot someone off a position. These flags have 5-second spawns on them. Sure, it's the same for Union, but when CSA is defending, it's going to be helpful for them. So Union's just shooting in, and sure, they're getting kills, but those guys are spawning right back in. And if anything, that's just bringing CSA down more. So Union should... Really, the only thing Union should be doing during a counterattack is charging in. The shooting's not helping them at all. I mean, CSA has lost over a morale stage in this counterattack. So, I mean, if Union retakes, which at this point, I don't know if that's going to happen, but if they do retake, I mean, if they were to retake hypothetically right now, they'd be at a very low taking losses versus if they would have retook at the beginning of the counterattack when CSA, you know, was halfway through engaged. Union charging in to retake. Russian Legion, 13th Georgia going in on Texas Guards. And Union will pull that out, but they weren't able to wipe the flag. A lot more CSA were holding back there. Union's about to drop in the final push. This would be a glorious thing. You know, there's rare cases where if the gold timer is high enough, the gold timer will drop too, but I don't think it's going to happen. There's not enough time for that to happen. It's very rare to see that, though. So, 2nd U.S. Cav is pushing forward off the stone wall. Union is pretty much grouped up. Some PKO guys are charging in the rear. That's going to be a distraction, a couple kills, but NYV here doesn't care. They're just going to push forward. They've got 2 minutes to retake the point, or else CSA is just outright going to win the match. Alright, hit final push. Look at that. Bit of a mix of chaos there, but CSA line somewhat holding. Union collapsing in from the top of the hill and their main spawn. Union needs more bodies on point before the clock hits 0.
Second Cav on the wall, defend yourself.
Хуй мой сосед. Жмите, блядь. Спокойно нахуй, ебать, нам пизда. Эй, bonjour, bonjour!
Blood for the blood god, Scots for the Scots front.
Oh, sorry, officer.
CSA line bracing pretty well, all things considered. Point is starting to lean towards Union favor. Union can cap all the way up that roadside. CSA from the top of the hill, realizing only 30 seconds that they have to hold, moving down from the top.
Keep going.
What a slaughter, what a time.
Push down the road, push down the road.
And CSA is going to get a win here today.
Alright, up and over, melee them. I'm getting stabbed.
How dare you?
My boys.
How dare you?
Easy.
Wow. So, CSA gets a 2-0 today. And I mean, Union had the corner initially there, but I think it was just Texas Guards going up to the top of the hill that pulled a lot of Union's attention away from the corner, that let CSA get a foothold. And then by the time Union kind of got their forces there, CSA outnumbered them and eventually pushed them off. I mean, the powers of the 42 at close range can be a glorious thing. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to support the channel. Go beneath the video, hit the join button. By doing so, you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do with no ads. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. If you're playing in this match, whether it be recording and uploading later or live streaming, send me a link to that, and I'll put that in the pinned comment. But we also have our Clips channel and Discord and other things in the description as well. I appreciate you all. Could not do this without you guys, and we will see you in the next one. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night.